Hey BookTube, let's talk about logistics. I'm Jen and I talk about audiobooks, and today I wanted to talk about logistics. A couple of years ago I did a series on how to listen to audiobooks, all about audiobooks, and it was going to be a 4-part series, and I got the first 3 done and never finished it. So I thought about it the other day. I was thinking about various videos I wanted to do, and I thought, you know what, I never finished that. I should talk about how I listen, the logistics of how I listen. So that's what I want to talk about today. And I'm going to start with devices. I use 4 different devices to listen to my books, and it depends on the book as to which device I'm listening. So I have 2 old iPhone 4S's, and this one I use, the pink one, I use for all of my sci-fi and fantasy, things that aren't romance or contemporary, and then the other one is this one. And so this is contemporary and romance and, you know, literary fiction, things that aren't sci-fi and fantasy. These will each hold about 30 books, between 25 and 30 books, depending on the size of the books. You know, if I have a huge book that's a lot of hours of listening, it's obviously going to take up more space. These are 16 gigabyte, and I use every bit of the space on these for my audiobooks. I use iBooks to listen. That's the program on the phone that I use to listen, and it looks like this. There are a lot of features within iBooks that I really like. In the middle of the bottom is a little crescent moon, and that is the sleep timer, which looks like this. And it enables you to set a timer so that the book will stop playing after a certain amount of time. Now, I use this all the time at night because I fall asleep to my books, but I don't want to get too far ahead and have to back up too much. Then on the far right-hand side of the screen, you have the speeds at which you can listen. And if you tap that, you can see that you can slow it down to 0.75, which is 75% of the normal speed. Then 1 is regular speed. 1.25 is a little bit faster. 1.5 is even faster. And then twice the speed is 2 times faster. So if you want to speed up your books, which I often do, that's how you do it. This has a go forward and go back feature, and you can set these within the settings on your phone. And you do that by going to Settings, which looks like this, and then iBooks, which looks like this. And then if you scroll down, you can see where it says skip forward and skip back, and you can set those to the increment you want. And you have these little circle things. That's what those are for. Under the cover of the book, you can see where you have an indicator line, and that just means that you've come this far in the book. Then there's a little blue kind of indicator, and then on the right-hand side, it shows you how much more you have left of the book. On the top right-hand corner is a little square, and that shows you the chapters of the book, if your book is broken up into chapters. And if not, it just shows you how much time is in the book total. And then it will also say at the top, time left in book, and give you the hours and the minutes that you have left. And then on the top left-hand side, that takes you back to all of your books, the whole list. And you can view these as tiles, as, you know, like book covers, or you can view them as a list, and then you can, you know, view them according to the title, according to the most recent one you read, according to the authors, categories. You have all kinds of ways to organize them. Those are my 2 devices that I use most often. My 3rd device is my little Swim iPod Shuffle. Now, I have 2 of these because I had this one and then I lost it, and I knew I was probably going to find it, but my husband said, just order another one. And I'm like, I don't want to order another one. They're $150. He said, but you use it all the time. And he was right. So I did, and now I have a gold one. These are very basic. They are play, volume up, volume down, go a little bit ahead and a little bit back. There is a little more to it than that, but I only put 1 book on these, and You can put more than one. I think these are 2 gigabytes of space, and I only ever put one because it's just too hard to find the other ones. I don't like the fact that I can't see what I'm doing. So these have a little clip on them like this. They are completely waterproof, and you can clip these to your goggles and wear your earbuds. These are also waterproof earbuds. Or I very often just clip mine to my suit right here, which is kind of interesting because there are times when I'm swimming and I get a mouthful of cord. It's like, oh. They do have this great little zippered case so I don't lose them. And these have earbuds that are made for the water. So they look like little trees. And they fit into your ears really nicely. Now, when I swim, I have to have earplugs because I just need earplugs or I get water in my ears. And so these, they come in various sizes. You can also get the rounded earbuds that you have on your regular earbuds that are also waterproof. But I like the trees. They just seem to fit more in my ear. I have a really small ear canal, and it's hard to get earbuds down in there that are going to keep the water out. And they keep most of the water out. The sound is really good on these. I'm really pretty impressed with these, and there are a couple of companies that make them, and I'll put links to those in the description box. The other way that I listen is on my phone. Now, I'm not a big fan of listening on my phone because it's my phone. I want to use it like my phone, and I don't want people calling me in the middle of listening to a book because obviously it pulls you out of the story and it breaks it up, and it's kind of annoying. The thing about my phone is that with the newer phones, I have an iPhone 7 Plus, and it's made so that it only has one connection point on the bottom. And so you can either charge your phone or you can put in this little adapter, and it has a lightning connection on one end and then a traditional earphone connection on the other. And so you can put this in and then put your earbuds in, and you can listen that way. I don't like that. So yeah, that's kind of a pain, but you know, it's not the end of the world. It will hold a lot more, but again, I don't put a lot of books. Actually, I don't put any books onto my phone. I use Hoopla and Overdrive and Audible. They each have an app, and Audible's looks like this. It has many of the same features as iBooks. Hoopla looks like this, and it again has many of the same features as iBooks. All of these have the various speeds at which you can listen. They have push it forward, go back, you know, fast forward and rewind. Sleep timer, it's very much the same as iBooks. So that's what I use for my phone. I only do that when I can't get the book any other way. And actually I use it a lot. The other thing about my phone when I use it is that I use Bluetooth earbuds. I have 2 different ones. These are the ones that you always see me wearing. These are Skullcandy earbuds. They're Bluetooth. And they work great with my phone because I can plug my phone in and charge it and still listen. When I'm listening to a book on one of these, I can control the stop and start functions with the controls on these earbuds, but I can't do that when I'm using the apps. Hoopla. I don't know if I can on Audible or not, I don't remember, but the only thing that I don't like about them is that this cord tends to want to drift, and so I tend to, you know, have it like this a lot of the time. It's a great sound. The earbuds fit in my ears really well. It's easy to pair with your device. That's what they look like. And they come in different colors, and they're not expensive. My daughter got me these for Christmas 2 years ago, and I love them. I use them all the time. If I can, I will use those instead of any kind of a corded earbud. I also have these. These are made by Jabra, and they are really nice. I got these this year for Christmas, and I actually went online on Black Friday, ordered them, wrapped them up, and on Christmas Day when I opened them, my husband said, "Oh, those are really nice. Who got you those?" And I said, "You did, honey." Many years of marriage has taught me to do that. These have a good battery life. They have a good warranty. They are well rated, and they talk to me. You know, they'll say connected, which is great. They have the same controls on them, which are volume up, volume down, and then stop and start. And these will pair with 2 devices, whereas my Skullcandy will only pair with 1. So these aren't always comfortable because they tend to get tight on my ears, but I really like the way that they will deaden the sound more effectively than my earbuds will. And sometimes I need these for when I'm sewing or when I'm doing some kind of a DIY that with a tool that makes noise, like a saw or, you know, something like that, a drill. They were a good value. I think they were about $50. And so these were pretty highly rated on the budget end of the scale, and I like them a lot. And when I go to sleep at night, I use some different earbuds. I use corded earbuds. And I used to use these around the house all the time, but I found that I was having to thread them down through my clothing because inevitably, you know, I would be standing at the kitchen sink and I'd have my earbuds in, and all of a sudden they'd get yanked out because I would catch this on a cabinet handle or, you know, some thing that I had in my hands that would catch on it, and so it was just too much trouble, which is why I love the Bluetooth. Now I wear these at night because, and these specific ones at night, because of the way that they are shaped. They are curved in such a way that when I lay my head down and I turn on my side, they're not uncomfortable because yeah, if I were to use my Bluetooth earbuds, I'll show you the difference here. These are straighter, they're not curved, and so you can see the difference. And this is uncomfortable, this is not. So that's why I use these. Otherwise I would use my Bluetooth earbuds. What I do is I attach my iPhone 4S and then I slide it under my pillow. And believe it or not, I have not strangled myself in my sleep as yet. These are made by iFrogz, and they're called iFrogz Ear Pollution, and they're not expensive at all. I looked them up on Amazon and they were about $12. They come with or without a microphone, and this company also makes a wireless version that are very inexpensive. I think they're about $20. So that's part 4, finally, of my audiobook series, and it is all the logistics as to how I listen. If you have any questions about any of this, just ask me in comments and I will either give you my answer or I will point you to where you can find the answer. I will put links to all of these devices and things in the description box below, and be aware those aren't sponsored at all. I don't have any affiliation with these companies. I just want to make it easy for you to go find them if you want to check them out. And I guess that's it for now for me. So I will see you next time, and thank you so much for watching.